get better every single day. I love that. Hello, and welcome to your practice with me, Kelly. Today we will be utilizing the wall, and while we won't move to the wall until the end of practice, might be a good idea just to know that you will need some wall space. So make sure you figure that out. You could use 2 blocks. I'll give that option at one point in class, but if you don't have them, don't worry about it. We are moving towards L at the wall or a handstand prep at the wall. Some of us might push off towards a handstand at the wall. We'll see. No expectations, but just giving you a lay of the land, where we're headed, our journey, and where we're going. From Tadasana, bring your knees and toes forward. Now you're in Tadasana. Draw your front ribs in and down. Tuck your chin slightly in so your head stacks upright over the rest of your spine. Notice your shoulders, and as they are now, just in standing, and let's call this neutral. Let's call this shoulders are neutral. When you inhale, reach both arms up. And then exhale, hands to heart center. Soften your gaze towards the tip of your nose, or even close your eyes. Take a deep breath in, and a deep breath out. From shoulders in neutral, inhale, reach your arms out and up, palms face. Exhale once again, front ribs draw in and down. This time, inhale, shrug your shoulders towards your ears. Try to get them to touch. Your shoulders are in elevation. When you exhale, release your arms down and let your shoulders relax back in neutral. Inhale here. Exhale, bring your shoulders down, away from your ears, from neutral, and move them down. This is depression of your shoulder girdle. Inhale, arms back out through neutral, and then up, shrug your shoulders to elevation. Elevate your shoulders. This is our focus for class today. Exhale, hands to heart center, and relax your arms down. Inhale, arms out and up, palms face. This time when you exhale, make stop signs with your hands, elevate your shoulders, and push your hands up towards the ceiling or whatever is above them, like you could hold the ceiling up. Take a breath in. And then exhale, hinge from your hips, fingertips to a block, 2 blocks, or the ground. Inhale, hands to your shins or your thighs, halfway lift, long spine, strong belly. Exhale, front ribs in and down. Inhale, left arm reaches out and forward. Exhale here. Inhale, elevate your left shoulder towards your left ear. And then exhale, hinge from your hips, fold down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, front ribs in and down. Inhale, right arm brushes your ear. Exhale here. Inhale, right shoulder towards right ear. Elevate your shoulder. Exhale down, both hands to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, front ribs in and down. Inhale, left arm, maybe right arm. Exhale. Inhale, elevate your shoulders, make those stop signs with your hands. Imagine you were pushing into a wall in front of you. And then exhale, hinge from your hips. Relax your head, relax your shoulders, even shake out a bit. Inhale, root to rise all the way up this time, arms out and up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Relax your arms down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hinge from your hips and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your hands, step your feet back in plank pose. Breath in. Exhale, front ribs draw in and down. Inhale, look forward, lean forward. And then exhale, lower your body all the way to the ground. Untuck your toes. Press down through the tops of your feet, press down through your hips. And inhale, lift your heart, lift your head, lift your hands. When you exhale, reach your arms back behind you, palms face. Inhale, lift your heart, lift your head. Exhale, left arm brushes ear. Inhale, elevate your left shoulder to ear. Exhale, left arm swims back. Inhale, right arm overhead to brush ear. Exhale, front ribs in and down. Inhale, elevate your right shoulder to your right ear. Exhale, swim your right arm back. Inhale, both arms brush ears. Exhale, front ribs in and down. Inhale, elevate both shoulders to ears. Exhale, make stop signs with your hands. Inhale, imagine you can push your hands into the wall in front of you. And then exhale, replace your hands next to your upper ribs, tuck your toes under. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, bend one knee, straighten the opposite leg. Exhale, switch. Inhale, switch. Exhale, switch. Inhale, bend both knees generously. Exhale, front ribs in and down. Inhale, elevate, shrug both shoulders to ears. And then exhale, look forward. Inhale, step, lunge, or if you're ready, hop feet to hands, hands to shins or thighs, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. And relax your arms down. Inhale, chair pose, bend your knees, hips back and down, arms out and up. Exhale, front ribs in and down. Inhale, elevate your shoulders to your ears. Exhale, make stop signs with your hands, hinge from your hips. Imagine you can push the wall in front of you, take a breath in, so you're kind of in an upside down L shape. And then exhale, hinge all the way. It's okay to bend your knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend knees, fingertips down. Step your right foot back. Keep your right knee lifted. Left knee over left ankle. Squeeze your 2 feet towards each other until you feel your hips kind of lift. Inhale, hands to your left thigh. Come up so your shoulders stack over your hips. Exhale, front ribs in and down. Inhale, arms out and up. Exhale, in it. Inhale, elevate your shoulders to your ears. Exhale, make stop signs with your hands. Hinge from your hips. Imagine you can push the wall in front of you with both hands. Look towards your chest or your belly button. Inhale. And then exhale, fingertips down. This is where you might use blocks on either side of your left foot if your hands don't quite touch the ground. Inhale, rock onto your left heel, work your left leg towards straight. It's okay if it won't go all the way straight, you're just working towards that. Exhale, outer thighs squeeze together, front ribs draw in and down towards your pelvis. Inhale, heart, and gaze forward towards the top of your mat. Exhale, bend your left knee. Left arm brushes ear. Right arm brushes ear. Inhale, elevate your shoulders to your ears. Exhale, make stop signs with your hands and push like you could push into the wall in front of you. Take another breath in. Exhale, fingertips down to the floor or your blocks and slowly transfer more weight from your back foot to front foot, float it. It's okay to keep your left knee bent. Focus on your right leg. Flex your right foot and imagine you can push your foot into the wall behind you. Drop your right hip so it's level with your left on the horizon line. Lift your right heel so it's as high as your hips. Inhale here, look forward with your eyes on the earth. Exhale, draw your front ribs in and down. Inhale, left arm. Right arm, exhale here. If you can straighten your left leg and you want to, go for it. Inhale, elevate your shoulders to your ears. Make stop signs with your hands. As you exhale, imagine you can push into the wall in front of you and your right foot back into the wall behind you. Take another breath in. Exhale, bend your left knee. Plant your hands, ball of your right foot down. Inhale, step your left leg back. Exhale, lower your body to the ground. Untuck your toes. Inhale, cobra. Lift your heart, lift your head. Get light in your hands. Exhale, down. Left arm and right arm. Inhale, elevate shoulders to ears. Exhale, make stop signs with your hands. Push as though you're pushing into the wall in front of you. Look towards your chest, take a breath in. Exhale, replace your hands, tuck toes. Inhale, push up plank. Exhale, back downward facing dog. Inhale, elevate your shoulders to your ears. Exhale, bend your knee, stay into the strength of your shoulders, step, lunge, or hop your feet to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Bend your knees, hips back and down, arms out and up. Exhale, front ribs draw in and down. Inhale, elevate your shoulders to ears. Make stop signs with your hands. As you exhale, hinge from your hips. Imagine you're pushing into the wall in front of you and dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend knees, fingertips down. Step your left foot back. Keep your left knee lifted. Right knee over right ankle. Squeeze your 2 feet towards each other until you feel your hips lift a bit. Inhale. Exhale, use your hands on your right thigh or not. And come up, arms overhead, shoulders over hips. Inhale, elevate shoulders to ears. Exhale, make stop signs with your hands and push as though you can push into the ceiling overhead. Breath in. Exhale, front ribs in and down. Hinge from your hips, think thunderbolt pose. Hands press forward as though you can push into the wall in front of you. Inhale. Exhale, hands down. To frame your right foot, use your blocks underneath your hands if the floor feels really far away. Inhale, rock onto your right heel, work your right leg towards straight. You can always walk your hands back. Exhale, squeeze your outer glutes towards each other. Front ribs in and down. Inhale, heart and gaze forward. Exhale, bend your right knee. Bring your hands forward with your blocks or not. Take more weight from your back foot to front foot and float your left leg. It's okay to keep your right standing leg bent. Flex your left foot and push your left foot as though you could push into the wall behind you. Drop your left hip so it's level with your right. And then lift your left heel so it's as high as your hips. Inhale here, heart forward, gaze forward. Exhale, front ribs in and down. Inhale, right arm overhead. Left arm overhead. Exhale, make stop signs with your hands. Inhale, shrug, elevate your shoulders to your ears. Exhale, push your hands forward and your left leg back, same time. Optional, work your right leg towards straight, look towards your belly button. Inhale. And then exhale, bend your right knee, plant your hands, ball your left foot down. Inhale, send your right leg back. Exhale, lower your body to the ground. Untuck your toes, inhale, lift up cobra. Exhale down. Right arm overhead, left arm overhead. Inhale, stop sign with your hands, shrug your shoulders to ears, elevate. Exhale, front ribs in and down. Push your hands forward. Look towards your chest, breath in. And then exhale, replace your hands down. Tuck toes, inhale, push up plank. Exhale, hinge from your hips, lift them up and press them back down dog. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, elevate your shoulders to ears, keep that. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, step, lunge, or hop your feet to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, full forward fold. Inhale, rise, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Relax your arms down, inhale. And exhale. Shake out. Maybe take some water if you need some. So this class is a little bit more like drills to make the skills kind of vibe. So we moved a little quickly, but that's okay because we're good. We have it. We've opened up to our hamstring and we have found the muscle memory in our body that we'll really need working towards L at the wall or a handstand at the wall. It's this motion or this action of our front ribs moving in and down, shortening right from our sternum to our pubic bone, that distance, keeping that nice and taut and strong. That will help us for balance. And then the other component is when our arms are overhead, and especially when we start to take weight, right, from our legs to our arms, we'll want to keep our shoulders elevated so that our weight moves in towards our muscles, out of our joints. We feel stable and strong and like we could just do it forever. Hopefully, that's the idea. So we're ready. Let's start to put these drills to the test and see how it translates in the skill of L at the wall. It's really an upside down L. So make your way, pull your mat over to a wall space. Make sure that there's no pictures or anything on the wall that you're gonna knock over, and let's have some fun. Meet me over at the wall. So many times I asked you to push your hands forward like you're pushing into a wall. We're literally gonna do that. So stand in front of the wall, and you want to be away from the wall about your hand's distance. You'll hinge your hips back, and the idea is that you're trying to make an L shape at the wall, and it's an upside down L. So you want your wrist and shoulders and hips to be about in line. If there's someone around that you can ask to check your work, then that's great, find them and have them help. Otherwise, check it out. You wanna be about shoulder, wrist to shoulder to hip, hip to heel, just about. Relax your head so your biceps are framing your ears, and you can even take your hands wider if need be. Spread through fingertips. Now, elevate your shoulders towards your ears so you push away from the wall. Let your shoulders move back to what we call neutral, right? You can even explore what would it be like to move my shoulders away from my ears. Notice if you feel more stable or less stable. Notice if you would feel comfortable to take weight or not when your shoulders are in that depression away from your ears angle. Move your shoulders now back to neutral. Okay. Now draw your front ribs in and down towards your pelvis. So it's that, again, you're thinking pubic bone to sternum. Now elevate your shoulders to your ears. Push, push, push so your shoulders shrug. They might even touch your ears. Push your hands into the wall, arms are straight. Notice if you feel more or less stable. If you feel like you could take more weight or not. Come up, relax, shake out. Now, of course, this is your experience. There's no wrong answer, but I'm assuming from doing this a lot on my own and teaching a lot that you felt a little bit more stable when your shoulders were in elevation. So we will translate that into an L at the wall at a different angle. So how we get there is kind of fun. Go with me here. Put your foot up to the wall, push it into the wall. You're thinking about, you want your foot about in line with your hip. However, I know that takes a lot of flexibility, so you can always bend your knee and try to put your foot further up. If it's not exactly in line, that's totally okay. So from here, you'll turn the direction. Let's see, put your right foot up. Let's do it together. That'll be easier for me. Put your right leg up, turn to your left side. Watch me. You keep turning until your shoulders and your belly button are square to the ground. Hinge from your hips, hands down. Now you'll notice my foot, I'm having a little bit of a hard time pushing into the wall, so I'm actually just gonna scooch back a little bit so I can actually feel that I'm pushing my foot into the wall. I want to feel as though my heel and my hip are about in line, and that once again, my shoulders are over my wrists. Spread through fingers. I'm pushing into my right foot at the wall just as much as I'm pushing my left foot down into the ground. And in fact, now I'm pushing a little more into my right foot at the wall because I'm lifting my left heel. Draw your front ribs in and down, elevate your shoulders, stay right here. This is a good place to stay. If you're feeling like, okay, actually I'm feeling pretty stable, I feel like I can bear some weight, then you can have your left foot meet your right. It's okay to adjust your feet on the wall. It's okay to walk your hands back a little bit. You're trying to make that boxy shape. You can always come down and then try again. You can shake out, reset. Otherwise, you're here. Shoulders are in elevation. Towards your ears, working towards arms straight. Option to extend one leg up and kind of push off the wall. Of course, if you want to explore taking one leg up, you can. You can keep your leg in the L shape so it's close to the wall. You might find a float, you might not. And then come down. Knees to the ground. Shake your hands, shake your shoulders. Let the blood flow reverse back down because it probably all went to your head. Breathe. How are we doing? Good? Raise your hands if you're doing good. Second side. Now you have a little bit more of an idea of where we're going, and let's try again. So this time, take your left foot to the wall, just for funsies. And again, you want your left heel and hip about in line, just about. Turn to your right side, pivot on the ball of both of your feet until you turn away from the wall. Your shoulders and hips are square to the ground. Hinge from your hips, bend your right knee as much as you need to get your hands down. You can always inch back a little bit. You really want to feel as though you could push your left foot into the wall, left heel in line with left hip, push, push. And right here, you're pushing so much into your left foot that you can actually get light in your right foot. Now you might just stay here, and that's totally fine. Elevate your shoulders to ears. Look, and my shoulders are neutral here. Depression here. My arms start to break. Not literally, but my elbows bend. So I'm thinking elevate shoulders to ears, front ribs draw in and down. Stay here, or both feet at the wall. This is a good one to learn to take weight. You might send one leg up. You can hold here. You can explore pushing off the wall a little bit. You could even move away from the wall. Make sure that when you come down, you take a second to let the blood flow reverse. Settle out anything that's dizzy. But if you're feeling pretty comfortable and otherwise keep practicing L at the wall or sending one leg up, you can move slightly away from the wall and think about this L. Keep your legs in the L shape, and you can try pushing off of the ground and exploring. Okay, when I push off, I think elevate. Front ribs draw in and out, in and down, shoulders to ears, holding in that L shape. You could try that a couple times and then come down. Wherever you are, whether you're still at the wall with one foot or both feet or no feet, when you come down, take at least like 10 seconds to let the blood flow move back from your head towards your feet. Breathe. Blink your eyes open if they were closed. Turn so you're sideways to the wall with one hip and thigh like flesh up against the wall. Hands walk behind. Roll onto your back. Don't roll onto your microphone. Look at this is yoga functional in action. Look at that. Got it. So you can even scoot your hips and your booty straight up. Try to get a little closer to the wall, legs long. This is also another option. This is another version of a handstand or a shoulder stand. Look, your legs are up in the sky. You can take your arms out to a T or even overhead if that feels okay. Take another breath in. And then exhale, let your knees bend. Roll over to one side. Push yourself up to a seated position and roll out your wrists. Just kind of like over articulate and exaggerate the way that you're doing that, both directions. Shake out your hands. Bring your hands together at your heart center. When we end practice, we say namaste. And of course, it is a salutation that kind of notes it's the end. You can say it as a greeting, hello, or as a goodbye. And if we break it down, namaha, that part means salutations. Te means to you, and it's an intimate you. It's literally when you're saying namaste, you're saying reverence to the inner light of awareness within you. That permanent divine force or spark that exists within me, it exists within you too. And so you're bowing to that part of another, and you're bowing in honor of that. So namaste, of course, it's a nice way to greet anyone or say goodbye or end a practice, but it really, really is something so much deeper. It's something that promotes the golden rule, and it's nice. It's nice to remember that golden rule when you're meeting with someone or even when you're saying goodbye. So from the inner light of awareness within me, I vow to in honor of, in reverence for the inner light of awareness within you, across time and space and through this video. Namaste.